Okay, a haunt we've been going to since inception for years. We never missed this one. This is a smaller haunt, but it's definitely a value haunt. Nightmare at the Terrace in Worth. What did you think?
Oh, this one was great this year. I mean, it's always really good. We always try to make it, and it's a great value haunt. But this year it was really entertaining because they were all. I mean, there were really some great actors in there with some really good setups. So the actors were really good too. They had some great scenes, and in one particular scene, there's a dinner table, and you see this arm reach out to grab food, and next thing you know, this person comes out and walking at, like upside down, walking. I mean, that was very impressive. And then you'd have various creatures following you around in the haunt. They had another one, like a clown hanging on the ceiling, dropping down on you. And then, of course, they get you. There's another part where they kind of misdirect you. And normally I don't like that kind of thing where you kind of go round and around. But this one was quick and was just one time. And they directed me through a curtain. And next thing I walk and it's a dead end and there's this girl standing there just scared the crap out of me. It's like... I jumped because I almost walked right into her.
Extra points for that.
Extra points, yes. That was good. So then I turned around and I went the other way. And then they also have a good... the chainsaw, they have a trick at the end. I don't want to give it away, though. I don't want to tell you, but it's very clever and unique. So, great haunt. I love Nightmare at the Terrace this year. I'm giving it a 5, and especially because it's a value haunt. It's only $8, and it's very, very good for $8. The actors, the sets, the scenes, and then the little tricks that they throw in there. It's great. It's well worth it, and it's family friendly. You could take kids, and it's a great night out. I highly recommend it. 5 chainsaws.
Okay, one thing about Nightmare at the Terrace that they've consistently done all through the many years that we've been going there. In fact, we've been going there since their very first year. We discovered it by accident. It was one of those things like, oh, what's that? I think we passed a sign and we were like, hey, let's go. And we went. And the very first time we went, it was wide open. Now they have it more enclosed and the sets are more built up and things. But back then it was a lot of open space where you walk through different scenes. And I remember that particular year, the thing that we liked about it was that the actors kept following us. Actors from the very first scene would just be behind us the entire time. And this is something the Nightmare at the Terrace keeps up. The actors still do this. It's hilarious because you're 3-4 rooms in and the actors from the first room, you turn around and they're still there. They don't say anything, but they're still there. Creepy clowns in this one, the clown that Laura mentioned, hanging from the ceiling, he followed us into a couple of rooms, including the room where Laura was misdirected, which was hilarious. They didn't say anything, but that's what makes it fun. Younger actors in here, the sets aren't the most detailed, but they don't have to be, because we found ourselves laughing in many, many rooms, in a good way, not laughing at the actors or anything, but laughing because it was entertaining, applauding the actors, and also there were several places where there were good jump scares and creepiness. There was one room where this actor was dressed all in black. He looked like a bag, like a giant black plastic hefty bag or something. And he was scraping along the wall. So you couldn't see him, but you could hear him. You hear the shh coming along behind you, and he followed us through every room. And there was another room where this girl was all in black, and her face was all blacked up too. So everything was black. And she just followed us again into the next couple of rooms. Really good stuff. The guy on all fours that Laura mentioned was great. One of my favorites, still here after all these years, is a bunny. The very first year, he was a full-size bunny, and he was sitting in a room full of dolls that he was cutting the heads off and things like that, and he was covered in blood. Now, it's the same costume, but this costume is mutated. This costume is missing its ears, it's got a hole in the face, but it's hilarious because it's a girl's room, and when we walked in there, this guy was hanging from the wall, and he was like a mutant creature bunny, and he was going, blah, 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 blah. It was hilarious. And this girl's like, come on, you want to play with my dolls? And in the meantime, you got this giant mutant former bunny going, blah, blah, blah. And we're walking from room to room, and he's following us, shuffling, blah, blah. Oh. Hilarious. I can honestly say I've never quite seen a character like that in any other haunt. Again, younger actors, but they're effective. There are some screamy types, but it's screamy okay and not too much in your face. And there are also effectively creepy ones. I have to hand it to them. It is a value haunt. It's about 8 minutes long for $8. $1 a minute. You can't beat that. It is family fun, family friendly, and it is slightly scary for the younger kids. So definitely enjoyable. Nightmare at the Terrace, 5 out of 5 for me.
And everything, and I know Wait a minute. There's like I think there's is that a bug flying? What is this?
I know what this is. It's a blooper reel. That's what it is.
Fucking, it's like, there's something flying around. I don't know.
There's nothing there.
Okay. Anywho. Okay, back to, I gotta get I have the thing. Okay. Alright. What was I saying now?
A lot of good actors.
Okay. Yeah, but this haunt, there were a lot of good actors in it this time. I mean, usually there's good actors every time, but there were some great scenes where, wait a minute, now I got hair in my mouth. Hang on. Blooper. Oh, crap.
We're not recording commentaries today. We're just doing blooper reels.
Yes, okay.
And we have lots of them.
Alright. Now, where did I...
Actors.